Okay, everybody. Welcome to the Big Sean Sports Podcast. This is a show that will be pretty good today. I just got off of work, so it may be kind of slow until I speed it up. But I want to first talk about Kevin Durant. I know there's a lot of people talking about, well, is he a superstar or is he not? We all have our different opinions on Kevin Durant. Like I said yesterday when I was talking to a few guys, I don't really care about what he did in Oklahoma. I don't care what he did in Golden State. I don't care what he did in Brooklyn. So we're gonna leave that right there. Now, but is he a superstar? Why wouldn't he be a superstar? Why wouldn't he? Is Chris Paul a superstar? Last time I checked, he was. Is Steph Curry a superstar? Absolutely. Is Luka Doncic a superstar? Absolutely. Is LeBron James a superstar? You better believe it. Is Ja Morant a superstar? Some may say, oh, he's a star. A few guys last night, oh, they believe he's a star. Is the Joker a superstar or is he a star? Is Gennett a superstar or a star? He's a superstar. Some may say, well, the Joker is a star. Well, how is that? Joker is a superstar. He's a superstar player. These guys are superstars. Kyrie Irving, superstar. Kevin Durant, superstar. It's nothing to say to me or anybody or a real sports fan, a real sports person will tell you. Not just somebody that says what someone else says on these Facebook comments. I see all that stupid stuff that people write about these certain athletes. But yes, Kevin Durant is a superstar. Why isn't he not a superstar? That was the question I asked last night. And, I kept getting answers. Oh, man, well, what he did in Oklahoma. Well, tell me, what did he do? We're going to get to the what ifs in a few minutes. But what did he do in Oklahoma to say that he was a star? He was a star in Oklahoma. Okay? But they just couldn't gel and get the job done in Oklahoma. Everybody needed help somewhere down the line. Now, I will bring it up, okay, because I was asked to. I don't want to, but I will. Now, when he went to Golden State, he was good. He was great in Golden State. Now, I wish he would have never left Golden State, but they made it very clear on whose team that was in Golden State. We know who is the man or men of that team. Draymond Green is the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson, he is the Splash Brother, just like Stephen Curry. But now you ask yourself, okay, well, is Draymond Green a superstar? Yes, he is. Klay Thompson, I think he's a star. Stephen Curry, he's a superstar. But back to Kevin Durant. The best place for Kevin Durant, he wants to win another title. He wants to win now. I wouldn't go to Miami. I wouldn't do that. I would go to Golden State, where you have a 99.9% chance of winning another championship. But that's just me, in my honest opinion. Now, I would say, hey, could he go to Dallas and play along with Doncic? The poor guy needs help. He really needs help out in Dallas. Could he go to New Orleans to play along C.J. McCollum and Zion Williamson. But who would New Orleans have to give up? It had to be Brandon Ingram. He's a star. He's a very great player. Very great player. I can't take nothing from him. But if you want a player like Kevin Durant to go to New Orleans and maybe he can get New Orleans to the Western Conference Finals, or maybe the NBA Finals. I know that's too far fetched to say, oh, Kevin Durant can get the Pelicans to the NBA Finals. It could be done, but again, I love Kevin Durant. He's a very great player. He is. But a lot of people would sit there and argue with you all day. Oh, he's not great. Well, tell me how he's not great. Because he's chasing the rings. Isn't that a part of the NBA? Is that what you want? Is that what you come to the NBA for? Is to win rings. I don't blame him one bit from going from one team to another. Everyone's doing it now. At one time, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. But now superstars are going to other teams where there's other superstars, which isn't bad. It's starting to become a thing now. But I'm gonna leave it alone now because some people they don't agree with that. But it doesn't matter because everybody has their own opinion on different things. So I want to talk about Rudy Gobert going to Minnesota. Then we'll get on the Spider in a few minutes here from Utah. Now, this doesn't make Minnesota a threat in the West. Everything's going to go through Golden State again unless the LA Lakers, which I don't like, I hate the LA Lakers, unless they do something to get Kyrie Irving. Now, you get Kyrie Irving out in LA with LeBron James, if LeBron can stay healthy, and if AD can get healthy, I hate to say it, but they're going to be a threat in the West. But we know what Golden State has. We know what Phoenix has, and I think Durant wants to go to Phoenix. So we know what they have out that way. So now back to Rudy Gobert in Minnesota. Does this make Minnesota a threat in the West? No, it does not. Yeah, Beverly, he's going to Utah, where I think it's going to filter out there in Utah. But that doesn't make Minnesota a threat. Minnesota is a good team, but they're not quite there yet. I've been watching some NBA Summer League basketball. I love what I see from a few of the guys. That Lofton Jr. fella, I really like the way he plays. I've been keeping my eye on him for a good while, but I love the guy from Duke that Orlando picked up, and I want to know what direction is the New York Knicks trying to go. I don't know what's going on in New York. I want to figure it out myself and see what's going on in New York. I like the Knicks. I really do. I've been to a few games. So, I just don't like the front office in New York. I think things need to be done out in New York. But I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now I want to speak on the Brittney Griner to, a few things I want to talk about. I've been seeing a lot of interesting comments from people talking about Brittney Griner. I haven't had the time to really talk about it the way I've been want to talk about it because, you work and it kind of takes you away from what you like to do. So now I had time today. to think about it and to see what I want to say. It's a lot of people. They minds will change if it was their mother, if it was their sister, their auntie, their brother, anyone that they love, anyone that they're close to. Their whole demeanor would change. You better bet your ass, okay, that if that was any other superstar, and yes, Brittany Garner is a superstar. If you don't know who Brittany Garner is, go check her out when she was in Baylor. I hate when people talk, who is Brittany Garner? Okay, well, if you don't know who Brittany Garner is, shut up. Your 2 senses, someone here with 2 senses really don't matter. Because a lot of them, they talk out of their neck. They don't even watch sports. Don't even know what's going on. They just want to go on about what everyone else is saying. So I'm going to say this. If it was Tom Brady, another superstar player or a star or someone very popular, LeBron James or Michael Jordan, it doesn't matter if they wouldn't put themselves. You don't know that. You don't know these people, just like I don't know these people. Or I seen a comment, LeBron James put himself in a position. How do you know? You don't know those people's life. None of us basically know their life. We just talk sports. We just rumble here and there. But none of us know her like that. To say what we wouldn't do, you don't know. But I think she would have been home a long time ago. Again, if it was a Tom Brady or another player, or your favorite hockey player, your favorite NFL basketball, baseball, she would have been home yesterday. But they're not pushing it as much because they're dragging their feet. But again, if that was somebody that you love, somebody that you knew, someone that you cared for, you would want your loved one home immediately. Not next week, not next month. You would want them home now. But it's not them. So now they're going to tear down her. I think this woman should have been home a long time ago. I talked about this last night with a few guys. And I named the people. I said, think about what I'm saying. She would have been home. If it was somebody else, she would have been home. But that's enough about that, because some people, they tend to not understand what's going on. So I'm going to move on from that. So now I want to talk about college football. College football is a few weeks away now. We're getting ready. I'm pumped. I know everybody else around the world is pumped up. We're ready for some college football. We know Archie Manning, he's going out to Texas. I know some people thought, he's going to go to Ole Miss, Tennessee, whatever. But, I'm kind of happy because he's going to come to the SEC. But I don't know why he even thought about Alabama, because Alabama has Bryce Young. Then Alabama has 2 dual threat quarterbacks behind Bryce Young. So I don't think it would have worked out either way, or maybe because of his last name. I'm sure, he's a very popular man because of his uncles, his grandfather. So I'm happy. Now that he can start his own legacy in the University of Texas, which is not a bad school. Texas is a great school, but it's not like the SEC. And speaking of that game, Texas and Alabama. Let's talk about the must-see games of the year. I'm not going to be here too long because I got a busy day tomorrow at work. So let's talk about, let's give you the games for coming up. I'm sorry, I got stuck right there. Utah at Florida. That's going to be a very interesting game. It's not going to be a runaway game for Florida. I don't like Florida Gators at all. It's nothing positive that I can say about Florida because I was told if you don't have anything positive to say, don't say it at all. I just don't like the Florida Gators. I just don't like them. But this is going to be a good game against Utah. So just don't sit there in Gainesville and think, oh, I'm just going to run over Utah. Don't be surprised if Utah beat the brakes off of Florida. Don't be surprised. But that will be a pretty good game. It's not going to be a runaway game. It will not be a runaway game. This game is September 3rd in Gainesville. We know the SEC dominate games like this, but my question is this. We need to put games like this on every SEC schedule against one another because some of these, I saw some of these SEC schedules. Alabama's guilty. I can say that. We're guilty. I think the SEC needs to put some more schools, more competition on these schedules, but that's for another day and another time. But this game is in Gainesville, Florida, September 3rd. Billy Donovan, he's going to bring a lot of hope to Florida. I can be positive. He's going to bring a lot of hope to the Florida Gators this year. I wish him well. I really do. I hope he succeeds in Florida. I really do. But it's going to be – we're going to talk about the Florida Gators schedule here shortly. I'm going to spotlight that schedule. So the next game, I'd like to move along. The next game is Notre Dame at The Ohio State. This game is September 3rd. Also, it will be in Columbus. I tell you this much. It's going to be a damn good game. It's going to be a damn good game. I'm not the biggest Ohio State fan. You're not going to catch me cheering for them. You're not going to catch me cheering for Notre Dame. But Notre Dame has a great head coach, Mr. Freeman. So I want to see what he can do with Notre Dame against Ohio State. This will be a big game. No small task. Nothing's given. Notre Dame is going to have to take it from Ohio State, but they're going to be playing in a tough venue. If you've never been to the Horseshoe in Columbus, it is a very, very loud place. Basically because the way it's built, it keeps the noise inside. So that's going to be a very, very good game. It's going to be loud. It's going to be intimidating. So let's just sit back on September 3rd and enjoy some great college football. So let's just keep on going. We have the time here. We have up next one of the biggest games of the year, and in my honest opinion, some may not say it's the biggest game of the year, but I will say for early September 3rd matchup, this will be the game of the year. But I also want to throw in the Southern Jaguars and the LSU Tigers. That's going to be a whooping. It's going to be a little spanking. But you just never know in college football. Southern could pull the upset. That'd be one of the biggest upsets of the year right there. If Southern can beat LSU, I tell you, I will laugh all the way back to Louisiana if the Southern Jaguars can pull off and beat the brakes off LSU. So, back to this game. I got off track again. Look at that. Georgia and the Oregon Ducks. I used to stay out there in Oregon. when this game came on schedule, a lot of Oregon fans was ready for this game. They are ready for this game. I hope a lot of Oregon Ducks travel for this game out in Atlanta. It would be a very great sight to see. And I know the Oregon Ducks can travel. Speaking of the Oregon Ducks, they have a great quarterback coming out there next season. But again, that's for another day. But I just want to throw that out there. Georgia Bulldogs, the national champions, versus Oregon. This game is September 3rd as well, and in Atlanta. So it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. But now, Georgia, they lost a lot of good defensive players, few offensive players. Oregon, they're getting to where they want to be. But my question is, are they going to vote as well and go to the Big Ten? Is something in the air with them leaving? So, but I wanna talk about this right quick. We're done talking about the Georgia and Oregon game, but I'm picking Oregon for that game. Now with USC and leaving, it didn't shock me that USC was going to leave, but again, it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about the money. The money. The USC sees it. We're out of here. We're gone. So will Oregon? Will they bounce? Now I know someone brought it to my attention about the SEC, Clemson, and Virginia and stuff like that. We don't need them. We already got Texas and Oklahoma coming, but we just don't need them. Why do we need Clemson, Virginia? We don't need them people. Keep them where they're at. But they couldn't beat the SEC on a bad day. We were seeing Vanderbilt to beat any team in the Pac-12 or the Big Ten. That's how much I believe in my team in Alabama. We can beat any team. As the SEC can beat any team in my eyes. We're the strongest division in college football. So let's go to the next game. This game is September 17th in College Station in Texas. Miami at Texas A&M. Another good game. We're going to get full of college football. This game will be pretty good. It's a ton of hype out in College Station. They got a great recruiting class. We know how they got that class. There's no need to get into that. We know how they got that class. It's a video of one of the people out in Texas A&M saying some words that Nick Saban was right all along. Now, I'm not going to repeat it. I've seen the video. A few other people seen the video. So, we know how you got that class in Texas A&M. It's no need to be ashamed. We know he brought that class. It's going to be a pretty good game here and there. But Mario Constable, he's back at home in Miami. He's proven to be a winner, good recruiter. So, we're going to see how that game goes. But I'm picking, of course, Texas A&M for that game. But my mind may change. Texas and Alabama. September 10th. The game will be out in Austin, Texas. I hate that this is an early game. I don't like this. It's two superpower schools going at it. We know Texas got all the money, but Alabama has the championships. So we know Alabama, they won 6 national championships. So that's going to be a beating. I got Alabama beating Texas 300-0. So let's just keep on going for that. It's too much talent on that Alabama squad. Too much talent. I remember I told somebody, let me tell you, the most talented team is the Alabama Crimson Tide. You can't argue me with this. Alabama is a really, really deep school. They have a lot of great players in every position. So let's keep on going while I got time here. Florida State at LSU, September 4th. This game will be in New Orleans in the Superdome. It's going to be a pretty good game. Brian Kelly, he's going to get the experience in the bombshell move that he went to LSU for Notre Dame. I scratch my head at that still because I don't think he's the guy for the job out there in Louisiana and LSU. But I'm going to take my last break. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. My time is getting short. I just wanted to come on and do a quick show just to let everybody know that, yeah, I'm still here. And I love what I do. But, again, we're going to go over a few more college games for this year, the main games that a lot of people may watch. These are the must-see games of 2022. I'm going to come back possibly tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the Heisman Trophy, my Heisman Trophy candidates that I have. So let's talk about Nebraska, Oklahoma at Nebraska. That's going to be a pretty good game as well. That game is in Nebraska. If you've never been, I'm going to say this because I've been to the game out in Nebraska. Look, if you've never been out to Nebraska or even I'm trying to think of that school. I know Nebraska can be very intimidating. Nebraska is it's nice. If you've never been there, you should treat yourself to a game in Nebraska. It's a very good and very loud stadium. But that game in Oklahoma is September 17th. And we got Arkansas, BYU, October 5th. I like Arkansas for that game. Then we have Texas A&M at Alabama, October 8th. That will be an interesting game. I want to see Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher go at it. This game is in Tuscaloosa, and this is one game. This game should be billed as the second, maybe the first game of the year. This game will be in T-Town, in Tuscaloosa, Bryant-Denny Stadium, October 8th. That game is circled on everyone's calendar, believe it or not. This will be a smash mouth, in your face, good, great, awesome college football game. Hopefully, I can be in attendance to watch this game. I'm telling you, if you don't have this game on your calendar, you better put it on there. This will be a great, very great game. In Clemson at Notre Dame, October 5th. I want to see Clemson rebound. In the ACC, Clemson is my team. to turn around. I hope they turn around this year. A very great program. You got one of the greatest head coaches at the helm. So let's see what Clemson can do against Notre Dame. That game is November 5th at Notre Dame. One of the greatest rivalries in college football. If you don't agree with it, I don't want to tell you. Michigan and Ohio at the Ohio State. I'm so sorry. Let me be respectful and say the Ohio State. I know a lot of Ohio State fans down in Columbus. This will be a good game. These are really great rivalries here. This is not a make-believe rivalry. It will be a very good game. This game is November 26th at the Horseshoe in Columbus. So that's just the must-see games. We got schedules for every game. I know I'm going to get on the Florida schedule real shortly. And that's going to be enough for me. We're going to highlight the Florida Gators football schedule. And I'm going to be out of here because I have a busy day tomorrow. And I know y'all have a busy day as well. So let's get to the schedule for the Florida Gators. Let's see here. We went over the Utah game, September 3rd. Kentucky at the Florida Gators, September 10th. September 17th, it will be against the South Florida Bulls. Then September 23rd, Florida at Tennessee. That's a game you might want to mark down on your calendar. October 1st, Eastern Washington at Florida. October 8th, Missouri at Florida. October 15th, one of a great rivalry here. LSU at Florida. That's going to be a game. Mark that game down as well. October 29th, they play Georgia. Mark that game down. They play in Jacksonville for this game, October 29th. November 5th, another good game to mark down. Florida Gators at Texas A&M. Then on my birthday, it's a very important day, November 12th. Mark this on your calendar, not because of the game, but because of my birthday, because I'm awesome like that. So they will be playing the South Carolina Gamecocks. And November 19th, they will be at Vanderbilt. And November 25th, they will play the Florida State Seminoles in Tallahassee. That is another great rivalry game. So circle that game on your calendar. Bring that rivalry back to where it used to be. But before I go, I want to still say go Yankees. One of the best teams. Well, matter of fact, my New York Yankees is the best team in baseball. And guess they're going to the World Series. Who's going to stop them? That's all I got to say about that. So, again, my New York Yankees, they're going somewhere. They're going to the championship. They're going to win it all. If you don't believe me, just keep watching. Yeah, I understand we lost to Boston. They lost to Boston because I went to sleep. Now, when I was up, they were winning. I don't know what happened. So when I went to sleep, woke up, they lost. So, but that's it for me, guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I will let y'all know the time. But if I don't come on tomorrow, don't panic. I'll be back soon. Okay. Well, thank you for watching.